Hello everyone, and welcome to a new exciting tutorial of Araboosh. Today we're going to cover how to use chat rooms. We have been getting a lot of questions about our chat rooms. How do we use chat rooms? How do we customize it? Do we even have chat rooms? So hopefully today we're going to answer all these questions about the chat rooms. Just taking a couple of steps back, to communicate with other members of Araboosh, you have three different ways. First, you have to be in the My Communication tab, and like I said, you have three different ways to communicate with other members. The first one is by email, the most common way. Let's say you're browsing profiles, you see a profile you like, you can send them a simple email and say hello. Again, if you're browsing profiles and you see someone who is actually online at the same time, you can send them IM. You can see IM box link, and you click on it and just send them a simple IM one-on-one. For example, my friend Mr. Araboosh is online right now, and if I wanted to bother him, I can just send him a simple IM from here. By the way, when you add friends to your friends list, members to your friends list, they're going to come up on your IM list, so you can choose to IM them if you want to. The third way, which is the chat room function, and this one is more of a group communication. Sometimes you have 30-40 people in a chat room. So to access a chat room, you click the chat room link. Usually it takes about 30 seconds to get in. Now remember, you will need Flash installed on your computer to be able to use the chat room. For the IMs and the emails, you don't need Flash, but for the chat room, you will need Flash installed for the chat room to work properly. Once you're in the chat, basically it's quite simple. If you use the chat room before, this will be a piece of cake. If not, I'll guide you through it. It's really simple. There are three sections to a chat room. The first one is where the chat is actually taking place, and you're going to see the messages being typed here by different members. The second one is where you actually type your own message. So you type the message here, you'll see the messages by you and other members being typed here. And the third tab is the users tab and the chat room tab. This one actually, for example, I'm in this room. It shows you a list of room and a list of members in each room. So for example, I'm in the Dardasha Arabi room. You can see that I'm in this room along with my friend Mr. Araboosh. There are other rooms below, such as the French chat room, and there are a couple of private rooms. Let's talk about private rooms. If you see a room with a lock here, it means the room is private, and it does require a password. You cannot get in unless you have a password. So why do we have private rooms? Two reasons. One of the rooms is called the competition contest room, and this room is used by Araboosh. When we have competitions, we send passwords out to different members to invite them to the chat room so they can participate in some of the competitions we have, usually on a monthly basis. Also, we do get a lot of requests from members asking if they can have their own permanent chat room here for their own group. So for example, we might have a school. We're getting a lot of emails from different schools, colleges, universities asking if they can have their own chat room so they can come in and students from that school chat and use our chat room functions. And by all means, if you want to create your own chat room, just let us know. We'll create a chat room for your group. Also, sometimes people want to have just a private room for maybe having friends or so discussing politics. You don't need to have it password. You can have a room without the password. So let's say you want to create a room. First, actually, let's address how to access the different rooms. Say you want to go to a different room. You click here, the room tab, and choose a different room. So I want to go to the French room, and now I'm in the French room. You can see my name underneath the French room. If I want to go back to that room, the Dardasha room, I just click on it and I'm back in the Dardasha room. One of the questions is also how to communicate with other members. You can communicate with Mr. Araboosh here, send him a message, but then everyone is going to see it, or I can send him a private message in the chat room. Click his name, you're going to see a private message. I can type whatever message I want here, or you can send him an invite. Let's say I created the room and I want to send him an invite. I can send him the room I want to invite him to, right? And whatever message I want to type here. Say, hey, come and join me in that room. Let's say you have some friends online and you want to create your own room. You can certainly do that. Just keep in mind the difference between creating your own room and the one we create. The one we create is a permanent chat room here. You'll see it every day. The one you create is going to be there, but when you log off with your friends, it's no longer there, and you're going to have to go back and recreate it. But let's say you want to create a room for today. You have some friends and you want to discuss football or politics. Go to create, enter the name of the room you want, say sport. Here you have two options. You can make it public, which means anyone on Araboosh can join, or private, only friends can join. And here, if you want to set up a password, so only those with passwords can join, you can add a password. It is recommended not to have chat rooms with passwords because you want other people to join in, I assume. But if it was a private chat room, you can add a password here as well. So we've covered how to access the chat room, how to create a new chat room, how to switch between different chat rooms, and how to IM or invite other members in the chat room. The other question that we do get quite frequently is, how do I customize a chat room? A lot of people like red, like myself, but some don't like red. They say, well, it's too bright for my eyes, or it's too passionate for me. So the question is, can I change the color? Yes, you can. You can make a lot of customization changes to the chat room, the way it looks, from the options menu. So click on the options tab. You'll see 4 tabs you can play with. You see the themes one, you see the sound, effects, and text. Let's start with the first question we get the most. How do I change the color? Go to effects, transparency, and then we go to themes, and here we're going to change the colors of the chat rooms. Now the chat room is different sections, so you can change the colors in each section, so you can have 3 different colors if you wanted to. So the first one is the public section, which is this section. Let's say I want to make it black. Now I can make it black. Let's say I want to change this section as well, which is the list of the chat rooms, and I want to make it blue. The user list, that is. And now it's blue. And let's say this one, I want to make it yellow. There you go. So you can make the changes to whatever colors you want. And you can change the text here as well. So you can play with the colors and you can customize it however you want. So we've addressed how to change the colors. We can also change the text as well. We can go here. We can change the text size first of all. Let's say you're having a slight problem reading the chat and you want to have larger fonts, and now you have larger fonts to read. Also, you want to change the font as well. You can change it to whatever fonts you want. And finally, the most common one, most common question is, do you also have French and Arabic? Yes, we do. You can go to language, and you have the option of Arabic, and it will put all the menus in Arabic, or French as well, which is right here. So basically you have a lot of features that and customization you can do with the chat room as well. Oh yes, and I forgot one more thing. You can also customize the sounds. If you want to deactivate some sounds, like anytime someone enters or leaves a room, do you want it to make a sound or not? You can add whatever sounds you want it to be. So you have total customization on the sound as well. I think that's pretty much it. I think we've covered the most of the features on a chat room. So to recap, we've addressed how to switch between different chat rooms, how to IM or send invite to other members, how to create a new chat room if you wanted to, and how to type in a chat room. So hopefully that has addressed all questions we've received on the chat room functions. If you have any other questions, please feel free to email me. I'm on Araboosh. Just log in into Araboosh and email me at Nahar, Nahar. again, hopefully we'll be able to see you again in more tutorials coming soon, addressing some of the new features we'll be adding to Araboosh. And by the way, as we see more and more people use the chat room function, we'll be adding more features to it, and some of the plans we have at chat rooms are really exciting. So again, thank you so much, and feel free to get in touch if you want us to add some chat rooms as well for your groups. Like I said, right now we're adding a few chat rooms for schools and universities based on a lot of requests we're getting. So if you feel you want to add a specific chat room, like I said, just send us a quick email, and within a day or two you'll have a new chat room. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Araboosh, and we hopefully will see you on Araboosh sometime soon. Take care.